Hey, so I just wanted to go over how to actually make the consultant emails or any email template um, using our lead source app. Uh, we just come down here, we click on the plus to show all the tabs, then we go to the follow-up templates. Once it loads, hopefully your internet connection is faster, but once it loads, we can see the different follow-up emails. Right now I have the trigger emails, consultant emails, so we'll just click on this to see what consultant emails we have. And in here, this is just the bare bones header and footer, so you don't have to recode that every time, and you can basically just clone this. So we'll start out by cloning it. We're going to give it a new name. Probably should sort by the date and give it some sort of description. So we'll just call it 523. And call it consultant email blast. Make sure it's available for use so we can use it. We'll click save. And if we click to preview, all we'll see is the header and footer. So let's go into the HTML. And now here's our header, our footer. This right here is Dear Contact First Name. That's what that is for is it actually pulls that out of the lead or the contact depending on who we're sending it to. If it's a case, we'll have to change that to case first name, or if it's just something else, we'll just have to change it just a little bit. So then what we want to do is, if you want to start formatting it, you can just start typing in it, and it'll keep our font the same. You can justify with these tools just like in Microsoft Word. We can insert an image here, we can insert a link, we can send a test message, we can do all of that inside of here. So and I think this will allow you to copy and paste from Word, because Word keeps all the metadata. So if you make it in Word, I believe we can, yeah, so we can just paste it in here and it cleans up your code a little bit so you're not getting all that meta. So that's basically it. So how we start with making a link that's an image, we start by opening up an image here. It actually has its own image library built in, so you can either use its image library, or we can use the document folder either in Google Apps or the documents folder in Salesforce. So now once this loads, I think it's Flash, so it's going to take a little bit. Now that it's done loading, we can see that I have just one image. It just happened to be on my desktop, so I'm going to grab it. It's just a picture of me in my office. I'm going to insert that image with it still selected. I just have to grab this hyperlink, and all we have to do here is put in the URL. So let's put a hashtag so it goes nowhere. The screen tip is like the alt text. You can put something in there, and you can say the destination. Most of the time we probably want to do new window. If they're opening it in an email though, it's going to open in a new window either way. So we'll insert it, and now we have a text link or a photo link. And you can do the same thing with blocks of text. You can just highlight them and then click this, and you'll have your text link. It's a very simple WYSIWYG, and it's very easy to use. So now if we want to go to preview, we can actually see right there it's going to go nowhere because it's a hashtag link. But so there's your preview, and then if you go back here to the design view again, we could actually send a test email. And so I'll just send one to myself. And now the email is sent. So that's all you really need to do in that case, and it's already arrived in my inbox. So that's all we need to do there. The from and subject, we can just say this from Doc Popcorn instead of being from Mike. We still want the follow-up address to be Mike, and then we want it to say Doc Popcorn. The merge fields will allow you to create these fields. We're using with the consultants, it's going to be contacts. So we want the contact first name, and we would just copy that and paste it, and we already have that. Landing pages we're not going to use. Questions, if we ever start surveys, we'll do that, and then template options allows you to put all this other stuff in here. We don't need to do any of it, especially this includes Power by logo. We don't need that. So now we just hit save. So this is what you'll get once you've saved it. You're just back to your same spot. And I just found out if you send a test message before you save it, it's not going to send the body copy or anything you put in there. It needs to be saved first. So hit save, then send a test message. Now we'll go to detail, and you can just see more about this, about the actual template. And you can edit any of the stuff about it if it's the HTML text, or you want to change the unsubscribe notice. You can change any of that stuff here, or we can go back to our regular template list, and once that loads we'll be able to edit or create any number of templates. So the next thing we need to do is now see the rule that will get the consultants their email. So we're going to click back here. We're going to go to all tabs again, and we want to create a lead follow-up rule. Alright, now that it's loaded, we can see all the follow-up rules. I've already created one for consultants, so we'll just go over that again, and we'll create one exactly like it. So we're going to create a new rule. We got to select the folder first, create a new rule, and then once this loads, we'll just go through all the things that will make this rule fire. So I'm going to just call this consultant 2. Let's call it con 2. We'll make it not active right now, just so we don't fire just some emails out. We're going to call it based on a Salesforce record, and we're going to base it on contact. And the reason we base it on contact is the consultants actually aren't leads. They're just people we talk to. We could change it to accounts later if we get more information from the consultants, but right now contact is the best fit for them since they're really only email addresses, how they came out of Miami. So now we're going to select a field, and you want to find whatever field fits the best, and we really just want them to be a consultant, and we want to evaluate that as true. So we have to look here for consultant. So we got contact, and then there's consultant, and we got an operator equals, and we want to say equals true, and that will make them get the emails. The next step is to send the actual email. So we're going to go send email messages. We're going to select a template, and we'll just say it's the 523 template with no delay. And then you just you can add as many here as you want. So if you wanted to start another drip campaign, just start clicking down and doing the same steps over and over again and changing this delay. So the next thing we do is we go save and next, and we actually get a description of our rule. We don't need to change anything here. Once we set it to active, then we'll change it, but we don't want to send anybody emails when we're working in a pretty much a live environment here. So that's it. So now we can just go back to the rule list, and if we wanted to see any other ones, or we can delete this rule, whatever. That's how you create the rules For consultants, it's probably the most simple because there's no methodology other than, yes, they are a consultant. So that is how you create templates, and that is also how you create a rule to send it to them. I would say after we start doing the consultant blast, all we'll have to do is just make that rule active once again and then turn it off once we're done, unless we figure out a good drip campaign way of doing it. Anyway, so that's how you create a rule, and that's how you create a template.